back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the album by Painic at the Disco, Pray for the Wicked. So as the singles started to come out, I started to get more and more excited, and I had a little bit more of an open mind for this album. As a lot of you guys know from my review of Say Amen and Silver Lining, I wasn't a huge fan of those two songs. I liked them, but I didn't think that they were Panic's best by any means. And then when High Hopes came out and King of the Clouds, I was like, okay, well, I do like these better. So let's see. I had more open-minded about this album now. And unfortunately, those are like the best songs in the album, in my opinion. They definitely had it right with the singles. I don't hate it or anything like that, but after, listening to a lot of their older works, even Death of a Bachelor, like, I was a huge fan of Death of a Bachelor. I know that's kind of an unpopular opinion, but I really enjoyed that album. And, that's part of the reason, like, I wanted to see them live so many times during that album, because I enjoyed it so much. And this one, to me, it kind of feels like this was a very rushed album. Like, a lot of these songs feel really unfinished. For example, like, Hey Ma, I Made It. It's one of my favorites on the album, but it just does, like, it just kind of ends. Like, it just feels unfinished to me. Same with King of the Clouds. I mean, maybe that's just me, but it just definitely doesn't feel like these are completed songs. Like, I feel like more could have been done to them. Another reason I feel like this was kind of rushed is I feel like there's a lot of really good melodies on this album. Like in Roaring 20s, like, I really love the instrumentation and the music to it, but I don't feel like the lyrics fit. I feel like especially like in the verses, I feel like he's like rushing like through the piece of music to get all the lyrics in, and it just doesn't fit. Like, in my opinion, like, I feel like later on in the last part of the song where they slow down the chorus a little bit, the lyrics fit a lot better with like that particular type of chorus. I don't know. Again, this is all just my opinion, but I just Roaring 20s and what was the other one? Old Fashioned. I feel like the lyrics don't fit with the instrumentation. Another thing it's a little bit disappointing with this album is I feel like, I know this has been like a complaint, said by a lot of reviewers, but the lyrics are just not that deep. Like, I mean, there's a few really good songs that are really fun to listen to, just lighthearted, puts you in a good mood, like, those are great, but there's really no deep cut on this album, you know what I mean? A lot of you people are going to be saying, like, what about Dying in LA? Okay, yes, Dying in LA, I think is a beautiful tune. I feel like it's gonna like come off really well live with Brendan and a piano. I'm really excited to see that because I did buy tickets for the Austin show in February. I'm not going to be seeing them this summer, unfortunately. I just don't have the money or the time to drive to Houston or Dallas, but I will be seeing them in Austin, so that is one I am looking forward to hearing live from them. Again, like, my one critique of it is like what everybody's been saying is that Dying in LA, like, it just doesn't sound very good, but the rest of the song is really beautiful. I feel like this is the only deep cut on the album. I don't know, the rest of them are just very upbeat, which isn't a bad thing, but lyrics are just not. I mean, Panic's never really been known for their lyrics, for like 21 Pilots or Fall Out Boy or whatever. Like, they're really known for their like deep lyrics. Some of these are just like One of the Drunks. Like, the lyrics are just so simplistic. Again, Roaring 20s, like, I'm gonna go home and smoke my blunt, like, I don't know, like, I feel like he doesn't understand that his fan base is mostly, like, young women, young girls. Who really wants to sing that? Like, maybe y'all do. I mean, that's just not my thing. It's just kind of meh for me for most of these tracks. So I'm gonna just go through the track listing just to like give some thoughts on that. Silver Lining has really grown on me, actually. I feel like it's a great opener to this album, like with the talking, that guy talking or whatever. Like, this is a really fun song to blast in the car and just scream it. Like, I really love that when that last chorus kind of makes full circle. It's just a really fun song. And that's another thing that I like about most of these songs is like all of the different instrumentation is just so like pleasant, to hear. Like, it's like sounds like just this big band playing all these horns. I love that. I do love the big band stuff. Like, I think that is absolutely awesome. Second track, Say Amen, Saturday Night. This song, it's grown on me quite a bit as well. It does get a little bit repetitive, and it's not really like one for like come back to and listen to like, you know, in a row or anything like that. But it is a really fun song. I do hardly ever skip it on shuffle when I'm listening to, you know, just my playlist. It is a fun song and I do enjoy it. Look Ma, I Made It. I really, really enjoyed this song as well. But like I said before, it does feel a little bit unfinished. And I feel like this would be a real gem of a song if it maybe was a little bit longer. Like, I couldn't really find the bridge. Like, it's kind of there, but it's not really. And, but overall, it is a really, really fun song. High Hopes, you guys know from my track review, I really, really do enjoy the song. I love the pre-chorus of this song. I was hoping there was more moments like that in the pre-chorus, but unfortunately, there's not. But this is a really fun song, again, to blast in the car and to just sing and to jam out. Roaring 20s is definitely one of my least favorites on this album. I feel like, like I said before, the lyrics and the music don't really fit. I don't really care for the lyricism at all. This is probably one I'm not going to go back to that often. Dancing's Not a Crime. I really do enjoy this one. I feel like the instrumentation on this one is really fun and upbeat. Like, most of these are really fun and upbeat. Like, that's kind of like what I'm saying about all of them. So, I mean, it does definitely feel like an album. Like, it definitely feels like a cohesive album. There's not really those, like, moments, like those high and low moments that you get when you're listening to a piece of work. This is just all kind of high until you get to the end, which I do think Dying in LA is a great closer, because if it was anywhere else, it really wouldn't make sense. One of the Drunks, again, is one I really don't care for. I can't see myself really going back to it. It's just kind of bland to me, so, yeah. Overpass, I'm kind of torn on. I kind of like some elements of it. There's some other parts of it that I don't really care for. This one's probably just gonna need a few more listens for me to figure out if I really like dig in, really like you know, connect with it. I'm not really sure. King of the Clouds, this song actually surprised me. As I mentioned in my High Hopes review, I was like, I'm not really excited for that song because we heard that little tiny snippet of it in like some ad or something. I don't really even remember what it was. But this is probably my favorite song on this album, and I know that's a very unpopular opinion from other reviewers, but I love this song. I love how different it is. I love like just the monotone kind of in the verses, and then it goes up to this really high chorus, and I like how and I do feel like this was a little bit unfinished, but what am I trying to say? Like, I like how it just kind of ends with Brennan's voice just kind of like trailing off. It's like really, like this song kind of gives me some feels that I didn't really get on any of these other tracks. This is definitely going to be a repeatable song for me. I really, really, really like it. I was going to make its own review, but I was like, I'm just going to be doing an album review anyway here soon, so I was just saving it for that. But I definitely really, really do enjoy this song, and I'm really hoping that he plays it live. I'm hoping, since it was released as a single, that it will be played live. But I guess that's kind of what drew me into Painic to begin with. Like, when I discovered Fever back in 2007, I just loved how different it was. You know, it was just like a different kind of experience. And again, not saying that these other songs aren't different, but this one is just like the epitome of something that I've never really heard before, and I really, really, really like it. Old Fashioned, again, is one that I'm not really sure if I like. I'm kind of leaning towards dislike. It doesn't really have a lot of moments that stick out to me. I kind of had to listen to it like 3 or 4 times to really get it to stick. Again, like, I just don't feel like the instrumentation matches the lyrics. I feel like the problem is the lyrics. Like, a lot of these songs have a really cool instrumentation, but when you're trying to sing along to it, there's like, I don't know. It's just no. And then Dying in LA is a perfect closer, and I think it's going to translate awesome to a live setting. I think, you know, Brendan sounds incredible on that song. So yeah, overall, I do like it. Do I think it's Panic's best album? Absolutely not. Do I think it's better than Death of a Bachelor? Absolutely not. But I do like it. I'm going to give it a few more listens, see if anything else grows on me. But like, overall, I'd say I like about half of it. You know, and I love King of the Clouds. Out of all of the songs, I think King of the Clouds is my favorite. So yeah, that's Pray for the Wicked by Panic at the Disco. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this album. What is your favorite song? What is your least favorite song? Just let me know. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.